Happy New Year, Mosaic. I'm wearing glasses because I'm basically cool. You gotta have some fun. You use that one and then edit, even make it an ugly edit. Or because I had eye surgery and I'm still in recovery. You decide which one is actually more accurate. Happy New Year. Let's talk about 2024. I gotta tell you, that doesn't even sound real. I was born in 1958, and 1984 was the epic year that it felt as if the world was gonna come to an end. We were never going to get to the year 2000 with Y2K. And then 2020, let's just put 2020 in the past. But 2024, it feels so futuristic, and it's so exciting because we get to be alive in 2024, which means, by the way, if you're listening to my voice, you're on this planet for a reason. You are here to make a difference. You are here to do something significant that impacts the course of human history. Now, big or small, it can become public or it can be private. Your life matters. And when you step into this new year, I want you to begin with that frame. I am not an accident. My life is not insignificant. I am here on purpose. My life has intention, and I need to step into that intention this year. I need to live this life, live this year with the kind of focus and intentionality that reflects the depth of my calling. I want to share a passage with you. It's in Colossians chapter 1, just verse 29, where Paul talks about his own sense of urgency, his own drive, his own intention. And then he says this, "To this end, I strenuously contend with all the energy Christ so powerfully works in me." I think it's fascinating that Paul actually attributes his sense of energy, his passion, his urgency to the work of Jesus in him. Now, Kim and I, we always have these arguments about words, and anybody who knows my wife knows she hates the word energy, but it's right here in the Bible. So she's gonna have to deal with it because it says, "To this end, I strenuously contend with all the energy Christ powerfully works in me." Now, one of the things that people have really had to struggle through coming out of the pandemic, coming out of COVID, is this sense of lethargy. And I felt it. I don't know if you struggled with it. Those times where you lacked the energy, sometimes it just felt like it was all the work you could do to get out of bed, to get yourself going. And I've talked to so many people who felt they had more energy before the quarantine and before the pandemic than they have now. So one of the things I want to focus on this year is reclaiming, not just regaining, but reclaiming the energy that God wants to give to you, that God wants to give to me. I want to wake up every day energized. And this is what I know about the way we work as human beings. When I'm not looking forward to anything, I lack energy for life. When I'm really looking forward to something, I have so much energy. And in fact, it can change in a moment's notice. You may have no energy at all because you have nothing to look forward to. Someone gives you a call, someone shows up, something changes in your life, a new opportunity reveals itself, and all of a sudden you are energized. You need to live the kind of life that energizes you every single day. Now, I know what some of you are instantly thinking, yeah, but you don't have my job. You know, my job does not energize me. My job is tough, it's unrewarding, I have a hard boss. Here's the wonderful thing about life. Even when you have a job, and I've had jobs I did not love. I've had jobs that I've enjoyed, jobs that I have not enjoyed. I've had bosses that were really wonderful and bosses that were not so wonderful. So I understand the full gambit, the full spectrum of this experience. But one of the things you want to remember is that even when your job is not ideal, your job isn't your entire life. And so when you go to work and you do your best work and you get paid that salary, invest in yourself. When you're not at work, make sure you're doing things that energize you, doing things that align with your purpose and intention in life. Wow. In our house, whenever Kim is working on a project in Malawi, she has endless energy. In fact, it's almost insane how much energy my wife has. She'll go from morning to night. She'll hardly sleep. And she is so energized because she's doing something that matters in the world. And I watch the people who join her team. Some of them have really, really challenging jobs that are incredibly demanding. But the moment they join her Malawi team, it's almost as if they're re-energized. And they not only have the energy for the mission that they've joined, but they have supplemental energy for the job that they don't enjoy. And that's one of the things I want to really highlight, is that you are designed, first of all, as an energetic species. I don't know if you've even thought about that. I know you see yourself as flesh and blood. I know we experience ourselves with skin and bone, but what you actually are is 100% pure energy. There's so much energy inside of you that it matches the energy of the universe. And if you could access the energy that God has already placed in you, even just biologically, it would absolutely be more than you need to live your life fully. But on top of that, what Paul is saying is that when Jesus comes to dwell within you, when Christ works in you, Jesus energizes you. He actually fills you with intention. He fills you with passion. He fills you with energy. He fills you with urgency. And that's the way I want to live 2024. So some of you maybe have the practice of picking a word. You pick one word for the year. So if you don't have a word, maybe you should choose this word, energy, and realize that it's the energy of Christ that works in you. It is God Himself who gives you the energy to get up in the morning, to go to work, to make a difference, to do something significant. But remember, your soul, it needs to be in alignment with God's purpose for that energy to flow from Christ to you, to the world. When your life is out of alignment from God's intention in your life, you lose the energy that Jesus wants to pour into you and pour through you. When you align your life with God, it's as if you open up all the conduits, and now that energy, that energizing power of God, the God who spoke and said, let there be light. And by the way, that first command, when you hear let there be light, you might as well hear let there be energy. God spoke and energy erupted and created the universe. And the same power, that same energy that God spoke into existence at the creation of everything is the energetic power that dwells in you. So when you're sitting on the sofa, laying in bed, and you feel like you don't have the motivation to get up and begin to live your greatest life, I want you to step back and ask yourself the question, am I letting God speak into my life? Let there be light. Let there be energy. Let there be passion. Let there be urgency. Let there be life. Paul lets us know that it is the energy of Christ that so powerfully works in him. And this is why he is able to strenuously contend. Life is challenging. You're going to face hard moments this year. You're going to face what seem to be overwhelming obstacles this year. You're going to face unexpected twists and turns and ups and downs. And the prayer that all of us should have is not, God, make my life easier, but God, make me stronger. I do not want God to make my life less challenging. I want God to make me more resilient so that he can trust me with the greatest challenges. How about you? 2024. Let's take it head on, full steam ahead, energized by the source that is Jesus. Happy New Year. 2024, here we come.